Let's do the 3-day potty training method. Come along as I take 3 days to potty train our 2-year-old. Hey mamas, and welcome back to The Balanced Mom. Today I am starting to potty train our 2-year-old. I have everything I need so far. I have puppy pads, obviously the potties around the house, and most importantly, a stack of towels that are ready to go in case accidents happen. I also highly recommend having one of those urine odor sprays just in case it gets in areas that you don't want it to get to. You definitely want to take care of it ASAP. Let's do this. Hey bud, what are you doing today?
Potty.
You're going potty? That's so exciting. Can you give me a high five? Booyah. So it is 11 o'clock and we've had 2 successes and no failures, which is not how our first attempt went at all. I'm really hoping it continues, obviously, at this rate, but we'll see how difficult this first day is. So far, it is smooth sailing, and I wish everyone had this experience to start off with. So here is one of my potty training stations. I have 2 of them located in the house, one on the main floor and one upstairs. I have towels in case there's an accident. I have undies, obviously, in case I need to change them throughout the day, which I already mentioned, making sure you stay away from them. I have the potty, the toilet paper, and make sure you take the toilet paper and throw it in the garbage. That way it's easier to clean the actual potty and not have to deal with toilet paper that's stuck in the little potty. I also have a puppy pad on the ground just in case there's a little bit of dripping, or when he gets up, if he's in a rush and kind of drips on the floor, it's taken care of and I don't have to worry about the floors being dirty. I have a meeting in a few minutes, but I wanted to jump on here to give you guys an update of just how the day went. It's 6:30 at night and he woke up wet from his nap, but it wasn't too bad. And then he had another 2 successes. So that's really good. I feel like it kind of evened out throughout the day that he had the same number of successes as accidents. So I'll totally take that for the first day. I think this is the best that potty training has ever gone so far. Usually it's like 2 maybe successes the first day, and usually I'm ready for like 6 to 8 accidents easily with each child. So this is going really well so far. We'll see how tonight goes. I'm a little bit worried because I'm already not sleeping well. I'm currently 27 weeks pregnant, and obviously my nights are really hard. So I'll already be up at night, and hopefully it doesn't make it too hard waking up to change him and basically dealing with the potty training. All right, so first day is over. He is down sleeving, and I would call today definitely a success. I think this is seriously the best potty training experience that I've had, which is funny because I've been postponing it so much because I'm so tired and obviously my legs are swollen. So I've been putting it off, thinking, okay, once we move, I'll get to it. And now I'm like, okay, I need to get this done before the baby comes. So I am super excited to see how tomorrow goes. And I am just hoping, obviously, for the best tonight. But if he does wake up in the middle of the night, this is just what I always do with all the other kids. And it really helps to make it manageable at night. If he does have an accident, I already have a pajama, not the zip up kind though, laid out for him with undies and socks. I have another comforter, another pillow, all set up ready to go. I even have the second potty set up right outside of his bedroom. That way I can like take him, put him on the potty as needed, and then change him and change his bed sheets. In terms of the actual bed, I basically do padding and then bed sheet with another set of padding and another set of bed sheets. So if he does have an accident, I literally can just pull up the top 2 layers and he still has something to sleep on without me having to put on new bed sheets and new pads. So we are all set for the night. Hopefully it'll go well. And even if he does have an accident, it'll be super easy to like swap everything out because everything is ready to go. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Morning. So I think I was thinking so much about potty training last night. I had some wacky dreams about him going to the bathroom, the toilet leaking everywhere because it was too much to handle. It was horrible. So I woke up tons and tons of time, but on a good note, he actually didn't even wake up. So I actually could have gotten better sleep if my mind just so wasn't wired with potty training. But anyway, he woke up this morning. I took him to the bathroom this morning at 7, and so far no accidents, only the 1 success. I am so excited that it's going so well. I'm still blown away the fact that he's the first one doing so well. So it's been a really busy school day, but before I head out, I wanted to jump on here to just give an update of how the day has been going. He so far has had 3 successes and no accidents. He even woke up dry from his nap. So I feel like it's going so good. I know that the reason I potty trained the other kids before the age of 2 was because we were kind of expecting, and that's just how our timing worked. I also went back to work, obviously, right when they turned 2. And so I either had to choose to potty train them right before tour, kind of wait a whole nother year. And of course, who wouldn't choose to potty train them earlier when you're like, hey, I could be diaper free? And that's what I chose. This time around, I'm like, wow, they say that, you know, potty training boys is hard. And I, again, tried it before a few months back, and I just wasn't mentally ready. There was too many accidents. And now just waiting a little bit, he is seriously doing so well. So I'm really hoping that it continues like this. We are almost there. I'm still amazed that we're going to be diaper free. I'm super excited because, of course, you guys know with having to pause in the middle of the day to change a diaper, and it'll just be so convenient to not have to change diapers anymore for a little bit before the baby comes. Good morning. So I was way too tired last night to even do an update video, but I came home and he had an accident, which was number 1 and 2. So that was one fail for the day, which I think is still great. And then he had another accident while I was home. He peed on the rug. And the good news, though, we still ended the day with more successes than fails. So that's still a huge win. So now we're moving on to day 3, and he woke up this morning and he was completely dried. So seriously, the nights are going really, really well. I am so impressed. And then he already went potty once today, so he is doing so well, and I'm so happy that it's much easier than I thought it would be. I feel like it's really important to expect the worst, and then if it's better than what you expected, it's always a win. It has been such an eventful day. Besides school, of course, potty training has been going so well. He is currently sitting on the potty right before we put him down for the night. He did have an accident after nap time, number 1 and 2. Not fun to clean, but whatever, we managed. And he has had 11 successes today. And one thing that I learned, which I knew this on Monday, I just didn't have the resources needed, but I did buy fresh squeezed apple juice because I really wanted him to have enough liquids, and on Monday did not have that. And I also gave him a lot of opportunities to drink tea today too, just to get those liquids in. So that's really how day 1 should have gone in terms of how much liquid he should have intaken. So if you're starting off and you haven't done this before, definitely have everything you need for the first day. I had the pads and everything else ready to go. I just didn't have like the drinks needed. And that's okay. It still worked, but definitely much better today. And then he only had the 2 accidents today, 1 on the rug, like I said, and 1 from nap. So I will totally take that as a win. We'll see how tomorrow goes. I'm going to obviously continue because I feel like today was the real deal in terms of all the liquid he took in. And he actually told me he needed to go to the potty, which is a plus. All right, so this is day 4. He is officially down for the night. He did wake up wet this morning. That's because I was not able to get me and my big belly up in time. And so I think he just went after he woke up because his bed and everything were dried, and he only had a little bit in his actual undies. At least he didn't wake up during the night, and it wasn't that bad. Again, another really good night. That was his first accident, waking up obviously and being wet. And then he had a second accident during the day, and that's because we had guests over. So I think being around newer people, he hasn't seen them in a while, definitely distracted him from going to the potty. He had 3 successes though, and then the 1 accident when they were here. But otherwise, the rest of the day went well. I obviously did not have the opportunity to give him as much to drink, so my focus wasn't, making sure that he gets tons of tea or the juice that we bought for him. So even though it's not as good as yesterday, it's obviously still progress, and he is still 100% diaper free. I am not going back to a diaper. So I'm happy it's moving forward. And the nice thing I think about today, the biggest difference, is the fact that several times he told me he needed to go potty. Whether he actually ended up going or not, that's a different story. There was times he ended up sitting on it and didn't go, but there were times when he told me he needed to go, I sat him on the potty and he went. So I think out of the 3 times that he successfully went, 2 at least, he told me, if not even the 3rd, he told me. So he's getting very vocal and telling us when he actually needs to go, with the exception of the accident. And he came obviously wet, and he was like, I wet pee-pee. But that was in the middle of having, the friends over, and they were playing, so it makes sense that he was more distracted. I already knew that an accident is prone to happen because, of course, even though I set a timer and he'd come, he was way too excited to be done using the bathroom so he could go play. So I knew that his patience was thin in terms of sitting on the potty. So I just basically accepted the fact that there probably will be an accident, and sure enough there was. So hopefully tonight goes as well as all the other nights where we're not up all night. And if he wakes up wet, that's okay because we are making progress. But I do have to say, if you are going to try the 3-day method, make sure you are ready to do tons of liquid so that in the 3 days you are done after the 3 days. Versus us, I feel like I'm not being rigid on the 3-day method, and that's okay because I tried it with the other girls, and yes, it worked, it was great, but I just don't have the energy or the time to actually, make sure that he's drinking all this. So it's okay, I'm just gonna take my time, but again, we are diaper free and I'm not stressed out about him, sitting on the couch and peeing on the couch. He knows to sit on a puppy pad. He knows even on the rug to sit on an actual puppy pad. So we've gotten over that. He's really good about sitting in the right place so that an accident is not prone to happen. So that has been a huge stressor that I feel like a lot of people deal with. You're scared that what if your kid sits on the couch and they pee on it, or what if they pee on your carpet? So I'm glad that he was able to pick up quickly on, hey, we sit on a puppy pad when we play, or we sit on a puppy pad when we sit on the couch, etc. Or even when he's eating, I still put a puppy pad even on his high chair, even though it's made out of wood and it has a little cushion inside. It'd be really easy to throw in the wash. Might as well just use these pads since I have them, and they're so much easier to just take, throw out, and move on. And with that, I am heading to bed, and we will see what tomorrow holds. So this is day 5. I do have to say that being more lax with this 3-day potty training method, being on day 5, is nice because obviously you're not as focused on the timer and making sure that they go every X amount of time. It's just a little more flexible. So if you are trying the 3-day method, I want to just re-say this. Make sure that they get enough liquids. But anyway, back to day 5. We are going strong. He actually finally went number 2 on the potty today, even though he had an accident in his undies, which is so gross. But now he went on the potty. The key was moving the little potty in the bathroom and just allowing him time on his own in there. That was his choice. Obviously, every child is different. That's why it's so important to listen to them and see what other things you can change. I even tried putting a diaper inside of the potty and seeing if it'll make him go number 2, and that didn't help either. He just took it out and threw it on the ground and was like, out, out. So I got out of the bathroom, and sure enough, he started screaming that he went potty. So he was super excited. So we finally have number 2 in the potty. He tells me every single time now that he needs to go number 1. So we're good on that. So far, I feel like, again, it's just going really well. I think we could have perfected this a lot earlier, but it's okay. It's day 5, and I think that's amazing. With being pregnant and in so much pain, my back hurting, everything, obviously I'm not pushing myself to the limit to have gotten it done in 3 days, but it's definitely possible since I did it with the other 3. One more thing to mention, which is this morning he did wake up dry again. And I think the key, it seems like, is just making sure that I actually get out of bed as soon as I hear him so that he can go on the potty. Within like 2 or 3 minutes on the potty, he goes and he's all ready for the day. But otherwise, I am so happy it's going so well. I wish all the pain would go away so that it could be a bit easier. I potty trained our first daughter when number 2 was on the way, and I was just about the same time, 3-ish months before she was born. So our oldest one was 21 months and I was basically pregnant, and it was much easier to potty train being so far along in the pregnancy. But this time it just feels more challenging, obviously probably because there's 4 other kids who need my attention, and being such a hard pregnancy and the pain and everything that comes with it, it's making it a lot more challenging. So I do want to add, I was contemplating today, should I just stop? Like, I'm in so much pain, is this even worth it? And I was like, you know what, I should just keep going, keep pushing through, like we're almost there. And sure enough, him going number 2 on the potty was just when I needed to be like, yep, just keep going. So don't give up. As soon as you decide you're done with diapers 100%, don't go backwards. Don't do like I did back in August when I was like, well, we're selling the house anyway, I'll just stop potty training him. I tried it for 2 days and I was like, nah, whatever, we're gonna move anyway, he's gonna degress, forget it, I'm just gonna stop this. Once you start, just go for it, because he could have been potty trained back in August when I was feeling better, but I just made excuses basically. So technically the 3-day method, as I mentioned, is without undies, and since we've been using undies, I think it really encourages them to actually go in their undies. But on a good note, I decided to get rid of the undies and just put on like a loose pair of shorts. That way it discourages him from actually like going number 2 and knowing that there's nothing really, really close to his skin. So fast forward to evening, he kept telling me he needed to go to the bathroom and he was going consistently. And then we had a movie night and I was sure that during the movie he would have an accident, of course, because what kid wants to pause a movie, especially a 2-year-old, to go to the bathroom? Sure enough, at some point during the movie, I just hear him go, potty, potty, pause, pause. And and he runs to the bathroom, which again is located now in the bathroom, and he goes to the bathroom. I was like totally blown away that he didn't actually have an accident. And he did that 2 times during the movie, and then of course he went again before bedtime. And I'm so thankful to say that he woke up again this morning dry. So we literally have had no issues during the night. During the day, I think the biggest struggle through this potty training journey has just been helping him attempt to go number 2 in the bathroom, and I think removing the undies definitely sealed it, and we are smooth to go. Because even this morning, he's been asking me to go to the bathroom. He's gone a few times. He went number 2, like it's seriously just going so well, and he's being so independent. He doesn't want me in there. He tells me to close the door. So it really, really worked, taking the potty and moving it in the bathroom, which I didn't even think would help him because he had no issue with it being out here. But sure enough, I think just giving him that time and him feeling like a big boy has really, really helped. All that to say, oh, go back, I have to I just had to run to him because he thought he was all done, and obviously he needs help wiping with number 2, so we're still getting that down. But my goodness, we've come such a long way, and this is officially obviously the start of day 6, and I just feel like we're officially done. I can actually be comfortable without setting a timer. I stopped setting a timer 2 days ago, and it's been going so well with him telling me. Yes, once in a while I'll notice, like if he's playing, then I'll set a timer for an hour. But if he's just like around and I still see him, he's really good about going. But if he's in his own world, like how we had guests over, then I definitely will not risk it. And I'll still set a timer just to remind me. I can officially say that we are done potty training. I mean, obviously it's still a journey to make sure that they don't degress, to make sure that they're consistently going. But otherwise, basically once you reach the place where they can go number 1 and 2 on the potty, and they actually tell you, and they don't have like accidents. And since we've been accident free now, we are good to say that we are diaper free. And I'm so excited. I get to enjoy the next under 3 months being diaper free, and then we'll be back to diapers. If you've tried the 3-day method, I'd love to hear how it went. If you have other recommendations or tips, go ahead and drop them down in the comments below. As always, thanks so much for watching, guys. Thanks for your support, and I will see you guys next time.